What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Out of the Darkness. I am Q. So you guys have been asking for it, and it is here. You have been asking for the proof. If Linwood knows all of these things, then where is the proof? Well, the proof has been dropped, and I'm bringing it to you. Now, this information has come from a whistleblower. Now, whistleblowers are very powerful. If you remember correctly, we impeached a president because of a whistleblower. Now, this is not a fake whistleblower like we had during the impeachment trials. No. This is a true whistleblower with first-hand information. This man is named Ryan White. That is not his real name, but his name has been changed to protect him because he is afraid for his life. He is an Oxford graduate for his undergrad, John Hopkins for his graduate degree, and also University of Pennsylvania, and has worked in very high levels of government with high levels of clearance. Now, I'm going to read this transcript to you, or parts of this transcript. There's too much to unfold in one episode, but I want you guys to get a chance to hear this information that Linwood has brought to us. Again, these are not my words. These are the words of the whistleblower. So he starts off by talking about Vice President Pence. Now, this is going to challenge a lot of you guys because Vice President Pence, as it turns out, is a snake. His job was to keep track of the president. It starts out by saying, so once VP Pence was in there, once President Trump was elected, and obviously Vice President Pence, he just walked away and everything became very quiet. That was their mole inside. So he could run interference and make certain things and just keep tabs on the president and manage him. So was this a friendly relationship between Mike Pence and Rosenstein, or was there any kind of leverage being placed on the president or the vice president at the time? There was a lot of leverage on Mike Pence because of surveillance from way back in 2013 range. They had gotten FISA warrants to exploit, and Rod Rosenstein had that. He wanted the vice president slot himself. Then if they could remove President Trump, Vice President Pence becomes president. And Rod felt he would be the natural selection for it. Now, Paul Ryan felt differently, as did Mitt Romney. But that was the overall goal, each one of them vying for the vice presidential spot. Rod Rosenstein thought he was the clear winner because of his legal brilliance and his management of the Mueller investigation and special counsels and things. You know, he would be the one to remove the president, damage him so thoroughly he could be removed. And he deserved it. Okay, do you know what type of leverage would have existed over the vice president? The vice president has had homosexual relations in the past. Speaking of Pence. It's not a problem. Many of them were adults. Many of them were adults. This is something he had done throughout his time in Congress. When he became governor, he had thought that he was free to explore them more. There were two specifically that had recorded. One gentleman, roughly 20 years his junior, they had fairly steady relationship. There was one about half of his age that was more sporadic, probably because he was more dangerous, harder to get time alone. This person would introduce others, bring people with him. He'd have people waiting when he showed up. And it was the second one that introduced younger and younger people. This is whomever. He's 17, and he's really 15. This is whomever. He's 15, and he's really 13. And Rod Rosenstein and Roberts, being Chief Justice Roberts, a lot of younger people involved. The ones that were brought as favors were supplied by Jeffrey Epstein's channels, through his channels and his people. Now, guys, once again, I'm not going to go through all of this with you today. Let me know what you guys think about this. If you guys want me to go through more of this transcript, I will. If you guys don't care to hear about it, then we won't talk about it. But these are not my words. These are the words of the whistleblower, and it is important to me. I know that this is not going to come from MSM, so it is important for me to make sure that we get the information. Linwood is being painted out to be a crazy man, and I want to make sure that we set the record straight. If you were given this information, what would you do with it? But let me know what you guys think. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I will see you next time.